Hey guys, Jake Spurley, founder of Fair and Event, fairandevent.com. Hope you're doing well today. Let's get into selling more booths. We commonly get asked, I have empty booth spaces. How do I sell them? Or, I had people that were interested and they just didn't come through. They didn't buy a booth at my event, my show, whatever. Really, there's like 3 key things you can do to sell more booths. Some of this stuff, I've actually learned from not only other events, other shows, but other industries as well. The first thing is you don't have to be a great salesman to sell booths. You just have to be very communicative, a little bit of, FOMO, fear of missing out, and just kind of elaborating to them why they should pick your show over a different sort of marketing. I think what a lot of people miss here is they're not just attending your show. They're not just buying a booth. People that buy booths, businesses that buy booths, I should say, it's a form of marketing and getting their product out in front of prospective buyers. That's how you have to think. So number one is most of the time we just say, oh yeah, buy a 10 by 10 booth. Well, what does that include? What if I buy X, what do I get as Y? So first one is amenities. Talk about what amenities you offer. So maybe that is, and this actually comes from my early career when I was working at another company, a large company here on the West Coast. And we could literally be selling a simple product. Let's say a laptop, for example, 16-inch laptop. Okay, what else does it have? Well, a lit keyboard, a touch screen, dual ultra sensitive cursor mouse, a super sick, super high capacity battery, like whatever it is. So for, selling more booths, maybe it comes with a 10 by 10, 2 chairs, 8-foot table, pipe and drape, 2 20 amp electrical outlets, gray water, fresh water hookups, your logo on our website, your logo in our newsletter. It gets you 10 free passes to our show, right? So what's better, example A or B that is, oh, I get a 10 by 10, or example B that is 10 by 10 plus this, plus this, plus this, plus this, Like if people also buy with their eyes too. So if you give them a proposal that looks like this, everybody's going to be like, wow, I get so much for this price, right? List out your amenities and make sure they know. Not only is it confusing if they don't know what they get, but people like to know what's all included for that base price. No thing is too small to include on kind of your little sales deck there. So even if you think it's silly, it's dumb, it's like, well, that's just obvious. They get a 10 by 10 booth, but write it down. The more you have, the more value it looks like you're giving them. Number 2 is going to be ROI. Sell them on the ROI of that booth space. So if they spend $1,000 for a 10 by 10 booth, what is their return on the investment of that $1,000? This can be tricky. Every exhibitor, every vendor is different. I guarantee you can probably get some historical data on it really depends on what kind of vendors and exhibitors you're dealing with, but you can pull out, say, hey, on average, the average exhibitor at our show gets a 10x return on their money, or 5x or 3x, whatever it might be. Tell them that, because that's ultimately what they're looking at. They have a marketing budget and they are trying to figure out where to spend it to get the biggest return on their investment. Is their $1,000 going to be better spent at your show, or is it going to be better spent on social media ads or a direct mail flyer? What is it? They want to know what is their return on their investment for your show. Historical data is great. Other testimonials from other vendors is also fantastic. At the end of a show, if a vendor did really, really well, it's great for them or for you to just create a little video. Hey, this is so-and-so with XYZ business. They're at our 2022 show. Hey, Jimmy, how did you do? Get them under the camera. Get them to type you an email, a little testimonial. Testimonials sell because then it's social selling. Somebody else is really selling it for you instead of you selling yourself. And then number 3 is going to be exposure. So how much exposure will your event bring to that exhibitor? Facebook has done a fantastic job of saying, here's how many engagements you've got on your ad, here's your exposure, or I think they call it reach. So here's your reach, here's how many clicks you got. Break that down for them. Maybe the ROI might not be there, but maybe the exposure will. If your show has, let's say 100,000 people attend and a 10 by 10 booth is only $2,000, well, think about the cost per not user, but the cost per person that'd be fantastic. So, hey, look, even if you didn't sell a single product at our show, you're still getting in front of 100,000 people in our area, in the show, or folks that might be interested in your product in the same kind of demographic that you're looking for. If it's a really hyper niche show, like a electrical trade show or a Christmas trade show or a food and beverage trade show. So really 3 things here. Don't be afraid to list out all your amenities, small, big, whatever they are, list them out. Talk about your ROI. Why should they spend their money with you? And 3 is the exposure. Even if they make $0, how many faces are they going to get in front of? Exposure sells. People love big numbers. Big numbers thrown out is like, whoa, that's crazy. I can't wait to be in front of that many people. So talk about exposure as well. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments below. We'd be happy to try and help answer them to help propel you in your event further. If you're on YouTube and you found this helpful, please hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell icon. Gives you a notification when we post new content. If you want any other videos from us, you have questions for new upcoming videos, send us an email or drop it in the comments. Again, we're always happy to help make more content, more tips, more trick videos to help you in your event succeed, grow, and be better. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.